Okay, what happened on my car was the overflow tank sits right here. We noticed that when we stopped, it started overflowing this nice pink, yucky strawberry milk, which is transmission fluid and coolant. Hopefully you can see it there. Here's the dipstick. Yuck. And from the research I've done, everybody says yank the radiator, yank the radiator. Well, on the 2006 to 2011 Honda, 2006 to 2009 Honda Civic, and maybe early 2010, they do not have transmission lines that usually would connect to the side of the radiator. Instead, it goes down to this part, which is a transmission fluid warmer. I don't know if you can see it, it attaches right there. Okay, this is what failed and allowed coolant and transmission fluid to mix. And luckily, before I flushed the coolant out of the engine, I disconnected this so it didn't put any water into the tranny. It's got coolant. Well, I've already drained it, but it had coolant and tranny fluid in it. But what I'm doing to bypass that so it will never happen again, okay, this is a coolant hose that went down to the fluid warmer. I rerouted it, come right back up to the other port, so it just recirculate. And then these are the transmission lines, this one and this one down here. What I did was I ran it that way, ran the hose up here into a aftermarket transmission cooler, so the coolant no longer touches or can get near the coolant, or the transmission fluid can no longer get to the coolant. Sorry, I'm trying to put this back together in a hurry. Right back here, let's see if I can get it. Yep, that piece right there is actually the transmission filter, dealer only part. I can't find it nowhere, so I put the old one back on. I'm gonna do a coolant flush at a mechanic shop in the next week or two. And down here in the pan, you see there's water in there. That's from it raining. All the oil is sitting on top of the water. But this should fix a poorly designed for Honda. And again, just, route your coolant lines back together and it'll just circulate. And then I gotta fill the transmission fluid up when I'm ready, and I got a little bit of stuff to put in there to help clean it out. Then I gotta drain it and then fill it back up again with the appropriate Honda transmission fluid, and hopefully save the transmission. It was not slipping or anything like to that extent. It drove nice. Everything worked good on it except for when the fluid started mixing. But I'll get it done today. It'll only take me about an hour and a half, maybe an hour, to put everything back together. I already flushed out the radiator, got it nice and clean, no clumps of anything coming out of it. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment, whatever. But I'm telling you, do not listen to the videos and just replace your radiator, because if you do that, it's not going to fix your problem. It will not fix your problem, guaranteed, on this style of Honda Civic. This is a 1.8 liter 2008 LX sedan, automatic transmission. You can see where the transmission line goes into the tranny, and then one goes to the back side way over there. But this should keep coolant from ever having a possibility of getting in there. That's my main goal, because I do not want to replace this transmission. It'd take me about 3 days and about $700 to get a used one and get it put in. Well, I would be doing the work myself, because it's not that difficult, but I like to take my time on it and get it done correctly. But thank you for watching this boring video of automatic transmission fluid mixing with coolant, causing idiotic problems. I mean, this engineering was stupid. You should never have any chance of this happening. There was a recall, I believe mid 2009, early 2010, that the dealership would swap out the tranny fluid warmer for an updated version, which will not allow the coolant to mix. But this is much cheaper, much easier. Cost me about 125 bucks with fluids, the tranny cooler, new lines, you know, new, you name it. I've put it on here just to try and get a couple, you know, maybe 6 months out of the transmission. Then I'm more than willing to replace it. Hope you enjoy this boring video. Thank you. Have a blessed day.